Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been such a long time. I hope you're all safe and happy, and I hope you guys got a chance to get your lives together after this COVID, and that slowly things are getting back to normal. Except with our narcissist friends or lovers or whatever's, because that's one thing that never changes, right? So, I'm going to talk today about something called reactive abuse. And this is something I've learned just now because I went through it with one of the narcissists that I had in my life. And I say had because I don't have it anymore. So, reactive abuse is a technique used by narcissists, especially when they want to make you look bad in front of other people, when they want other people to have a bad idea of you. Basically, imagine if the narcissist has been pushing your buttons but you haven't responded. So they have this technique called reactive abuse, in which they would simply do something that is absolutely unacceptable, something that could even be shocking, so they'll do something as shocking and as unacceptable as possible in order to get you to react. And then when you do react, they then can get their point across and say, look, you see she's crazy, you see what she did, you see what she said about me, you see, so it's a very smart technique, actually. In my case, I wasn't responding to the provocations of this particular narcissist at all, because I already knew what he was doing, as sad as it is. I just knew it. And so I didn't respond. I didn't have any type of emotional response at all. And this, of course, annoyed him to the point where he did something that was just unacceptable, like as low as you could go, just in order to get someone to lose their minds and act crazy so they can prove their point towards others. Narcissists can do reactive abuse if nobody's watching, okay? They can do it just to get a reaction out of you. But most of the times when they do this is to prove a point to someone else. So usually at this stage, the narcissist already did a smear campaign against you. So they already talked bad about you and told everyone, or made everybody believe that everything that happened between the two of you was your fault. Because you're the crazy one, because I don't know, a million reasons, yeah, when they're the ones doing that in the first place. But anyway, so they will, sadly, after they do the smear campaign against you, if they see that people are not quite believing him, or that he's not getting the outcome that he desires, the narcissist will then do something as bad as possible. Like, they can go to great extents. I'm not going to say exactly what was done to me in particular, but there's a million things that they do. Whatever it is, though, it's always something that's seriously bad and seriously unacceptable. And it has to be something that you simply cannot ignore, that you simply cannot be cool about it, no matter how cool you are. It's one of those things that most definitely will get a reaction out of you. So that's what they want, okay? So I was reactive abuse is bad, it's bad. But for me, it's not as bad as the manipulation. It's just bad because it will give a really bad impression of you, because you're not going to have a chance but to react. You're not going to have a chance but to respond. And then they're going to prove their point across, So I really wanted to talk to you about this reactive abuse. And it's been so long since I've posted. So, one of the things that hurts me the most about this narcissist is that they really don't care about not just about you, about your commitments, even your children, you know. Like in my case, I have a daughter, and what I felt was that when I was with this narcissistic boyfriend, I felt like I wasn't a good mom as I used to be and as I'm back being, because you know, they just turn your world upside down so much, and they just play with your head so much, and they create so much drama through third parties and other people, you know, and it's a non-stop thing. So they will do it non-stop on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, like non-stop until they get the desired reaction out of you. And I just think that when you have people that depend on you, you know, like I have my daughter, or like you have your children, you know, it's so hard to be a good mom, to focus on them, to give them what they need when we are struggling with our own needs, and when we ourselves are just trying to get over someone who did this to us. You know, is the heartbreak, the delusion, you know. You feel overwhelmed, you just feel so disappointment, like the disappointment is beyond anything. And of course, when you are like this internally, your energy cannot be at its best, and of course you cannot be the best mother in the world. Your child is going to want to play, you don't want to play, or your friends want to go out, you don't feel like going out. So all of this, most of this, is created by the narcissist, and I think it's just so unfair for a narcissist to do this to you and, you know, destroy your life. It's not just destroy your soul, it's not just about destroying your well-being, it's about, you know, taking the ground beneath your feet, you know. It's just leaving you absolutely puzzled, absolutely shocked, hurt, sad, depressed, you know, all these things. That makes it so hard for us to just carry on with our day-to-day lives and not think about it, you know, just act normal, pretend nothing happened. It's super hard, and it takes a lot of class, it takes a lot of maturity, and it takes a lot of your own light and your own energy to be able to fight this with grace. And when I say fight it with grace, I don't even mean fighting, because it's not about fighting, it's about being able to let go and being able to realize that what they want is that response, so they can make that point across, so they can make you look bad. You know, one thing I don't understand about this narcissist is just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, this is what happened to me, and it happened to me more than once. It wasn't just one time, you know. And it's like, you know, like, when I met at least two of my narcissists, you know, they were both like, they were after me, they wanted to be with me, they said they loved me, blah blah blah, you know, the usual love bombing and chasing and all of that. And it's funny that I'm a bit picky, so I take a long time to either fall in love with someone or just get involved, you know. I take my time doing that. And these people are really persistent. Like, a narcissist can chase you for like a year or 6 months or a year, you know. So on the other hand, that makes you think that this person probably loves me, otherwise he wouldn't chase me for so long. So that's where the manipulation starts. So they'll chase you all this time, almost begging for your love, like making you feel like you are all they want, that they really want this relationship with you, they really want to be with you. And of course, you seeing someone not giving up on you and after you for like 9 months straight, you get to a point where you're thinking, yeah, like, of course he loves me, or she loves me, of course she wants me, you know. And then as soon as you start loving them, or you, even if you don't love them, you just think about being with them, all of a sudden they change, you know. And what's funniest is that, you know, with my narcissist, I'm not going to say my narcissist because he's not mine, nor do I want him to be mine. But with this narcissist that was in my life, in particular, you know, imagine, like, we started dating, everything was fine. We had a bunch of people between the two of us. I'm not going to go into detail of why, but let's just say that his family was in the middle of this relationship. Like, they were always present. They will help us get together from day one. They intervene in order for us to get to know each other and be together, you know. So it was not one of those relationships where it was just the two of us. No, there was always this family involved in the relationship, so to say. So he brought this family along, not me, okay? But he brought this family along. And it's like from day one, every single step of the way, they were complaining and playing the victim towards these people. Like, from day one, you know, it's like they beg you to be with them, and then you go be with them, you start loving them. I remember when I first fell in love with this guy, yeah, I told him, it was the first time in my life that I ever asked a man into a relationship. I don't want to sound conceited, it's just that the education that my mother gave me, my dad gave me, is a pretty old school education, and I'm a woman, I'm a lady. So as a lady, I'm not the one that's supposed to chase a man or propose to a man, you know. This is what a man is supposed to do in my eyes, okay? I'm not judging anybody, and I know it's the, you know, 2021, so we can do whatever we want, okay? I don't mean to judge, it's just that that's the way I was brought up, and that's the way I think. I just think that a woman should not take the first step towards a man, and a woman should not go after a man. Also because I know that when a man is interested in you, he will go after you, and he will chase you, and he won't leave you alone until he gets you, right? If he is really into you, and if he really loves you, and if it's a nice guy, that's what men with capital M do, right? So of course I never chased this guy, yeah. So he was the one chasing me. At the beginning, I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel a physical attraction towards him. And at that moment in my life, I thought that physical attraction was important. I was stupid, because now I know that it doesn't matter. And if there's a reason, if there's a good thing that I can take from this relationship, is the fact that I started to realize that I was able to love someone regardless of what they look like. And I'll be honest with you, I always went for good looking guys, and so for me it was a great lesson, you know, to fall so hard in love for someone who doesn't look a bit like what I usually go for. So like I said, at the beginning I wasn't physically attracted to him, and I didn't have enough time to be attracted to him because of his personality. So we kind of just became friends and got closer and started to get to know each other. And along this process, he did amazing things for me. Not just for me, like, he did amazing things for my daughter. We had a beautiful story together. A really special story, you know. It wasn't just I cannot speak about it, and it doesn't even matter. So I'm not even, that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. But just to let you know, yeah, it was something special. It was unique, you know. Matter of fact, it was so unique that I actually thought that he was my soulmate for a minute, you know. I actually believed in that, and I felt that. I really felt in my soul that it was my soulmate. And fast forward 1 year, I asked him to be my boyfriend, you know. I was the one asking him into a relationship. Can you believe he did it? Like, he was after me for months, and then when I asked him into a relationship, he never answered me until today. Of course he started acting like he was my boyfriend, but We didn't celebrate. I didn't get a good yes and a kiss, so we didn't go, you know, it just ignored it. Like, blatantly ignored it. And you know what? I feel ashamed now, but, and I know that I'm not ever going to do that again. But I'm only sharing this because perhaps one of you out there went through something similar. It's just to let you know that, you know, it's not just you, it's not your fault, and it happens to other people as well. So yeah, he never answered me, but he started acting like he was my boyfriend, and I was acting like I was his girlfriend. So it was kind of official, so to say. At this stage, he just started bringing more and more third parties into the relationship, not just that family that I talked about, but now he was starting to speak to my friends behind my back without me knowing. So he actually started with the mother of a good friend of mine that he says he knew prior to knowing me, even though they never spoke a lot, or they clearly didn't have a relationship, or never were together, and didn't go out for dinners, didn't do anything together. But according to him, they were good friends before me and her were friends. So okay, that one, okay, fine. So he was talking to her about being jealous about me, you know, saying that I was with other guys, or that I was flirting with guys. And she was like, oh yeah, she's like that. And you know what? I'm not. Like, honest to God, the only time I ever flirted or cheated on a boyfriend in my life was after I was cheated on. And I'm a Scorpio, okay? So that's something I will do. I'm trying to change that about me, and I hope that one day I can change it about me, and I'm working on it. But I must confess that, yes, I am vindictive. And yes, when I feel that he's flirting with someone, or that he's, you know, taking the piss out of me, or making fun of my face, or just treating me like shit, then obviously I'm going to flirt with someone. I'm going to do the exact same to him. And I know it's bad, but yeah, Scorpios do that. I'm sorry. That's how we are. So I will try to change that. But until then, and in that case, it wasn't the truth, to be honest with you. It's been 3 years now. And besides him, I was, you know, I tried being with someone else. It didn't even work. So, you know, I'm not really into one night stands, or casual dating, or, you know, I'm not like that. I like to get to know people. I like to have one man and be faithful to that man. But if that man's not faithful to me, that's a different story, right? So yeah, he started speaking with this friend of mine. Ended up me and her stopped talking. So I lost a friend, so to say. And I'm going to say friend because in that case I must thank him, because she was not my friend to begin with. And whatever he did was just good for me to take someone toxic out of my life, which is what I did. So I'm kind of glad that one happened, you know. I'm kind of glad. And then after this, he would put a million people, you know, both of that family, and try to do it with other friends of mine, to just try to contact him, try to, you know, say bad things about me out of the blue. Like, he could sleep at me today and call my best friend the next morning to complain about me, you know. And then when he was with me, he would have nothing to say. Like, everything would be perfect except for the stupidity he was doing. Because, I'll mind you, while we were together, all the time he was creating, you know, sexual profiles in social medias like Tinders and websites like this. And also on Instagram, like flirting with girls every day, putting likes on girls, you know, lying about it when I asked him who those girls were or what was happening. Like, kept on lying about it, just like a good narcissist. Like, would always lie about it. At some point, our relationship became a war, you know. We went from brothers and best friends to just a stupid battle of egos where he would hurt me and then I would hurt him, and then he will hurt me because I hurt him, and then it just wouldn't stop. It will get worse and worse and worse. My point is, he's the one that started it. He's the one that kept the war going. Like, he's the one that kept having attitudes every day to trigger me, like I said, reactive abuse, to trigger me into becoming this woman that I didn't even recognize by the end of our relationship. It got to a point where I'm thinking that, wait, am I doing this because I want to do it and I like to do it, or am I doing it just to get to him, just to annoy him, or just to get reaction out of him? And that's when I realized, this is reactive abuse, And so all this time, what he was doing was creating reasons for me to misbehave, because he knows I'm reactive. So he knows that if he does bad things to me, he knows I'm going to do something back. So he would do that. And also at the end, it will be after we broke up, that's when he did the biggest boom. I'm not even going to talk about it because it's not worth it. But what he did to me a couple of days ago was just, and when I confronted him about it, he says, oh no, it has nothing to do with you. And I'm thinking, right, you're really a sociopath. Like, there's no way I'm going to even, entertain this fight or this war or this whatever with you anymore. So I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if he carried on with it, if he did whatever. Like, I don't know, because I totally disconnected, and at this point I really don't care, because I can't care anymore. I cannot care. If I cared, I'll be hurting, and I don't want to hurt anymore. Like, I was happy before I met him. I was happy before I was with him, and I want to continue being happy. When I'm on my own, and most of us empaths, like all of us, when we are on our own, of course we do feel lonely, but we are positive-minded people. We have friends, we have good vibrations in our lives, we don't do dramas, we don't go around trying to create problems. I mean, it's like we have enough problems already. And we understand that we don't need a relationship to get into a war. There's enough war in the world. There's enough problems outside. There's enough health issues, money issues, COVID issues, economy, name it. There's a million things out there that are problematic. That's why we need to have peace and harmony in our private lives and in our homes, to raise our children with love, compassion, and a good vibration and a good energy in our house. And I just feel that when you are with a narcissist, or if you live with one, or you share your life with one, your energy is just never the same, because you are always so shocked and so sad and so bitter, even sometimes, because of the things they do, that after a while, with this reactive abuse, after a while, you won't even recognize yourself anymore, So guys, I don't want to make this any longer. I don't even want to entertain this talk too much, because even me, I'm letting all of this go, to be honest with you. And I've just started a new phase in my life, and I'm narc free, and I'm happy about it. Of course, I'm expecting more repercussions, because these people just never stop. It's like, once they set their aim on you, it's like, they just won't stop. So I'm counting with that. I'm okay with that. I just think it's so sad, And another thing that I wanted to point out is that I really think, these people are evil. Like, narcissists are really evil. And I'll tell you why. Like, I'm sorry. To me, they're evil because imagine you have a girlfriend or you have a boyfriend and he cheats on you. Okay? It's bad, but that's a mistake. Okay? It's a mistake. And you can do whatever you want with that mistake. You can carry on with that person. You can go single. There's a million things you can do about that one mistake. Now, with a narcissist, it's not a mistake. It's a plan. And that's what makes them so evil in my eyes. And I'm sure all of us will agree with this, is that they sit there from the moment they set their eyes on you, they start to plan, study you, plan how they will destroy you, see who your friends are, see where you go, see where you work, see what you like. And then they start to get into all of that. They start to befriend your friends, they start to work with your colleagues, they start to go where you go, do what you do. They will literally try to take your life, kick you out of it, and live your life for you. You know what I mean? And this is so sad. But even when they don't do that, there's always an agenda to destroy you. There's a plan from day one to destroy you, to make you vulnerable, to make you sad, to make you feel like shit, because that's what they feel like. And another thing that I notice is that if you're down, they don't really care. But when you're good, or when you're up, or when you're happy, or when you're successful, or when you're following your dreams and doing what you're supposed to be doing, like, that's when they attack you the most. And it's so sad, like, so much hatred, so much willingness to destroy someone to the core. And then when someone asks you about it, you can lie as much as you can about it. They lie about it. They change the whole story against you. And they try to make you lose everyone. So they want you to lose people and at the same time gain your friends, gain your power, gain your contacts, gain everything. How sad is this? Like, why would you take someone, chase someone for so many years in order to get into their life, to completely destroy it, and then launch a smear campaign against the same person that was there for you and loved you from day one? And then, and how come these people complain to others that you don't love them, when you love them so much? You even propose to them and they don't even answer you. Like, honest to God, can somebody explain this to me? I know I'm the one making the videos, but if you have a similar experience, can you share, just so that, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so evil, And I'll be honest with you, I was becoming someone that I'm not and that I don't want to be. I don't want to be a vindictive woman. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be jealous. I don't want to be any of those things, because those things, they'll diminish my light, and they'll also put me on a different path than the one I'm supposed to be in. I know there's a reason why I'm here in this earth right now. There's a reason why we're all here. I know there's a reason for me to be here. And that reason is not to suffer for a man that does atrocious things to me and that says horrible lies about me, My mission is not to do that. It's not to live with that, to become a bitter woman, to become a sad woman, to become, depressed and angry and all of those things. Like, I don't want those feelings. I refuse to have those feelings. I'm going to live in love, harmony, peace, respect. That's what I came here to do. I came here to raise my child, to raise my daughter the best way I can. I came here to be successful at my job. I came here to love as much as I can love. And I came here to find a man who's going to value me, and build a future, a home, a stability, a family, and even an empire together, not against each other. That makes no sense to me, And this is why I don't want to be with this person ever, And it's like the more these narcissists do, the easier it becomes to stop loving them and forget about them. So in a way, be glad that the abuse exists and that these attitudes exist, because that's what allows us to stop loving them. Can you imagine if they were perfect, if they were always treating us like a princess, It would be so hard to get over them. So, guys, that's it. That's my thoughts on reactive abuse. I'm sorry, I'm not going to speak more. on the subject, but I really want to know what you have to say about it. Please do, don't be shy. Tell me your experiences in the comments. And yeah, I'll be making more videos soon. This week there's a lot I want to talk about, so even though I have a busy week, I will find time on these small breaks in my car so that we can make more videos and interact with each other. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good day and stay strong. Bye.